Hi all, welcome back to Europa Universalis, the price of power. This is the ambitious Margrave solo scenario, and this is my part 38, and I've just come straight back from 37 there. It is Denmark's turn. Oh, their army's not on the map. That doesn't matter though. However, they are now under attack by Austria. Austria is in their in Jutland, so it's in amongst the provinces. It's at war with them. So just swinging around to look at this because I've been skipping by this, just dealing with it myself. They do have bot power left, so that doesn't apply. This, however, does apply. It is under attack by enemies or rebels. The little one down the bottom says bot is considered under attack if enemy units or rebels are present in any area with the bot's towns. Well, enemy units are in there. And then, or if enemies or rebels occupy any bot's towns, which we've had before. But this time, the enemy units are actually in their area. So this is yes. So they are going to go to defend and spend one bot power. So I'll just come back up to the map just now. I might come back and look at defend, but we'll see if we can. Right, this is Denmark. So we're going to spend one bot power to defend. I'm going to flip the page. So defend. Any area with invaders? Yes. So, has 2 bot power left, an army in an area where it can siege provinces? No. See, that's if the army was there and it was the rebel towns, I think. So it's got 2 bot power left, but the army isn't on the map. So no. Is the army greater than... is their army, well, they actually don't have an army. Army greater than or equal to 2 times the invaded force, well, that's a no. Has 2 plus bot power left and more manpower? Yes. So spend 2 bot power to recruit recruit 9 units. So it's going to do that. So it's going to spend 2 bot power and it's going to recruit the whole 7 of its units. Stay behind. So recruit 7. It could have recruited up to 9. So then it goes back. Is the army greater than 2 times the invading force? No. Has it got 2 bot power left and more manpower? No. Is the army greater than or equal to any invader's force? Right, that's a new one. Army greater than or equal to any invader's force? No. No, it's not. So, army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces again, it's went back to. No. If army is less than 3 units, increase army units to 3. That doesn't apply. Any area with bots towns that are occupied and no invaders. Any area where bots towns that are occupied, well, there's no towns occupied, so that's a no. So it's going to roll dice here. No options are going to be... Yeah, this is all new. Maybe I'll come around and look at this. Yeah, we haven't done this before, so... Yeah, just quickly, any areas with invaders, yes. Has 2 bot power left in an army area where it can siege provinces? No. Army is greater than 2 times the invading force? No. Has 2 bot power left and more manpower? Yes. It spends the 2 bot power to recruit 9 units. So it does that. Is the army greater than? No. Does it have that left? No. Army is greater than or equal to any invader's force? No. Army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces? No, because it's not deployed. If army is less than 3 units, increase army size to 3 units. Well, it's not needing to do that. It's just recruited. Which is, I guess it must come here from another area, so that's why it maybe just runs through that box again. Any area where bots towns that are occupied and no invaders? No. There's no bots towns occupied and there is invaders in the area concerned. So that's a no. So it comes down here to this die roll. Well, I'm just going to roll the die. We'll see. Let's say I'm not quite sure where it's heading here, so... Right, rolled a 5. So So 1 to 2 would take place army in the area with the smallest invading force, check for Mac. We're not doing that. 3 to 4 would go to spy. 5 to 6 has 2+ bot power. It's got 3, yes. Any area with enemy towns. Any area with enemy town where army would not trigger a battle, which is adjacent by land or connected to it. What? The thing is that the army's still not on the map. So, any area with enemy town where army would not trigger a battle, which is adjacent by land or connected via naval bridge to the bot's realm. Well, I mean, it's all kind of no. So then it's going to go to spy. You kind of feel like it would want to go and defend itself, wouldn't it? But I mean, that was that die roll. The spy bit might help. I don't know. Maybe we should just look at that and see. Yeah, I just ran back and just double checked like everything that I went through there just to see. But I believe I followed this right. So any area with enemy towns where army would not trigger a battle, which is adjacent by land or connected via naval bridge to the bot's realm. Well, Denmark is not adjacent to any of Austria's towns. And I don't. I mean, if that was a yes, it would be placing the army in such an area. How would it? Well, it does say place army. That sounds like it. I mean, feels like one of the cheats that it gets to do, right? And any area with enemy towns. So it's hang on, hold on here a minute then, because it is adjacent to my towns. Any area with enemy towns where army would not trigger a battle. Well, it would trigger a battle if it moved into my towns. Which is adjacent by land or connected. But I mean, I don't know. It says enemy towns there. It's not specifying if it was Austria there, really, is it? However, if it did place its army in Pomerania, it would trigger a battle because my army's there. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure I get that one, but... And then it places the army in such an area with high total tax value, check for Mac. Yeah, it looks like one of the ones it just gets to do. But I suppose this would, if we didn't have our army in there, we are an enemy to it. We are an enemy to Denmark, so any area, I mean, although it's been following it through here, but then again, as enemy here, we're talking about this defend action. Does enemy mean Austria? Because we're not, although we are at war with them as well, you know, we're not threatening their area or anything like that. We've not got invaders in their area. So maybe this box is just concerned with the enemy at hand at the moment. Anyway, well, I'll just leave that one there if anybody wants to comment, but it still doesn't apply. So we're going to go to spy. So let's see what that does. Alright, so here's the spy action, which I don't think we've done either. So spy, at war with any opponent. Yes. Select such opponent. Eh? Right, well there's two opponents. Hold on, I think they've got a way to decide that. And in the rules, yeah, there's a bit that says how they pick an opponent, I think. It's not just like the other one. Well, there we go, opponent selection. When applicable, always prioritise opponents at war with a bot. Well, that could be either Austria or Brandenburg. If no such candidate or more than one candidate roll die, select valid opponent with if we roll a 1 to 3, it's going to be the highest prestige. Well, that's going to be Austria. If we roll a 4 to 6, it's going to be the highest tax income, which is more than likely going to be Austria. Let me just stretch up there and look. They've got 17 tax income and we've got 10. So we don't need to roll that die, do we? We don't need to roll that one. 1 to 3 is going to be highest prestige, which is Austria. 4 to 6 is going to be highest tax comp, which is Austria. Right. So back to the spy action. So select such opponent. So it's going to be Austria. Opponent has 3 plus Unrest. Let's go. Oh no, let's go 3. Let's go 3. Yeah, thought it was only 2, but that's the downside to these tokens on top here. Yeah, Vienna itself's an Unrest, and you can see this and this are an Unrest as well. So it is 3. Opponent has 3 plus Unrest. So the answer to that is yes. And rather than come back down here, I'll just read what it says. Covert action. Opponent must roll rebel dice and then end the turn. Okay. Yeah, you still feel... I still feel a little awkward about the fact that Denmark's not bringing its army out to defend Jutland. No. Because it's never going to muster the force. I mean, it's never going to even muster a force. The army are... that one is army greater than or equal to any invader's force. They're not going to be able to do that. If that was the case, then they would... I think they would put the army on the map. Any areas with bots towns where army would not trigger a battle. Any areas with bots towns. Well, yeah, they could do that. And they've got a ship there as well, so they can cross across. But, Police army is such an area. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if yeah, I've probably done that wrong. Well, actually, I think I've always used Jutland to put Denmark, haven't I? Because if you put them there, they've got one ship, so they can cross across the water from there to there, or from there to there for that matter, if they wanted to. But the capacity for moving units is only 3 per ship, wasn't it? Or have I got that wrong? Is it 9? There's a big difference between 3 and 9, Grant. What is that called? Naval... I think there's a word for it. Naval train. It's not a train. Something like that. Naval transport. Maybe. No, it's not. It's not really naval. Well, is it naval transport? Maybe it is. 1626. I don't know why you're going back on this, so. Land units made during land movement, crossing a number of seasons via an existing bridge. Naval bridge, that's what I was thinking about. Was that not in there? Naval bridge. Was that not in the index? I think I would have noticed that. No, it's not. Cross a number of seasons via an existing bridge of friendly ships. Each ship in a naval bridge enables up to 3 land units to cross the sea zone that the ship is in. So, yeah, I mean, if you started your army in the capital area, and it was a strength of, the strength of the Danish army now is 7, so it would need 3 ships to be able to move from there to the mainland, wouldn't it? Okay, I think so, but... So, what were we doing? The spy action. We're going to roll rebel dice. Well, Austria are going to have to roll 3 rebel dice. And then that's going to end Denmark's turn. Feels strange. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that this doesn't feel right. Yeah, so I'm just looking at defend action, and if it had an equal army, then it would, if the army wasn't on the map, it would then want to place the army, well, it'd look for an area where the bots, any areas where bots towns where army would not trigger a battle. The thing is, that's kind of a yes, because it could put in Schelland and Fine, whatever it's pronounced, in its capital area, and that would not trigger a battle. And then it would end turn, but it would then be stuck in the sea. Like I say, not able to get across. Now that we've found out that to move it from there, that seems like there should be something that stops that from happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, if there's no areas that it could be placed where it would not trigger a battle, it would place the army in the area with the smallest force, check it for Mac, and then it would go to land battle. So it would actually place it in there and then just go for it. But again, this is only if it's got an equal or greater force. Yeah, well, I think we've done things right. There's just some bits in there that just don't quite, I don't know, sound right to me. Which is possible that I'm missing things. Right, well, let's roll rebel dice for the Austrians then. So 3 rebel dice. Remember, they all roll. They roll them for all for the one area. They don't, because there's 2 in one. There's 2 in one area there and 1 in the other, but they just roll them all at once. Whereas the human player would roll 2 for this area and then 1 for that area, but they roll all 3. Right, well, that's a good result from them then, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. I just feel, well, mind you, if we rolled that result, we'd lose 2 ducats and lose an unrest and a blank. It'd be a good result, wouldn't it? The 2 ducats bit would cause us to take another loan out, but however. So just double checking that, because we've got that here. So 2 is lose 1 bot power. The blank's obviously nothing, and remove 1 unrest. Right, okay, so it's going to be nice and simple. They're going to remove the unrest from their capital because it's a large town. So that's going to come away. So that didn't really do them much harm at all. Well, they lose a bot power. Yeah, okay. Right, and that was them. That was Denmark. So Austria are going to start sieging. Well, they're running out of bot power though, Grant. So there is that. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this round finishes. Yeah. Right, well, back to myself. We've got the subjugate card back. Austria and Denmark are seemingly happy to just deal with themselves, so it doesn't look like we're getting any bother. So I think we're going to play this. So discard, well, hang on, cost me 1, what's it? Diplomatic power. So I'll pay that. I paid that now. So discard influence from target NPR/vassal. Yeah, this is a vassal this time, isn't it? Yeah. Equal to target's base tax plus any opponent's influence in target's realm. Well, you can see that the base tax is 2. We're going to discard 2 influence. That's why we had to put the 1 in the last time. So 2, vassalize your ally. Well, we've already done that bit. So the next one is the one we want to do. Annex your vassal or 1 tax ally. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to annex the area. And our requirements need... Yeah, divvy. Right, can't do that. I'm at war. Oh well. I'm going to have to wait until the next turn. So, put the 2 back. Give me my diplomatic power back. Put the subjugate card back where it was, Grant. Yeah, we're at war, so we can't do that. Well, it wasn't our choice to be at war, was it? It was Denmark declared war on us. However, that doesn't matter. We're still at war. Okay, so we'll do the trade action then, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let's do a trade action then. So that cost me 1 diplomatic power, which I spent. We're going to go draw 3 trade cards and see what we get. Right, okay, 3 trade cards coming up. Wine, salt, and grain. Okay, so what we got champagne, which things that are standing out. Champagne, well, we've got a merchant in Champagne. Sevilla, no, Adriatic Sea, so that one's alright. Bordeaux, China and Japan, Krakow. You see Lübeck's in, well, we don't have a ship anyway. This is one of the, I want to see you've got to own one of them if you've got that, is that right? You know what, we've not got a ship. This one looks out of touch, isn't it? North America, Alexandria, Novgorod, are all maritime. So what maritime ones they are? In fact, you know what? The only one that's not maritime is Champagne. And although we own Lübeck, we've still not got a ship out there. We need to put a ship out there for sure. Well, at the moment we're at war with Denmark though, so these two are going away, and this is the only one that's possible for us. I don't think we're going to get much out of it. Yeah, probably just 4 ducats. It's going to be the poorest one we've had. So it is Champagne, but we don't own any of them key provinces. No. No, we don't. So all we've got is a merchant. So we're only going to be able to get 1 power, 1 trade power to be able to get 4 ducats. And I want to say Austria are going to grab 2 bot power, which that might be interesting actually. So we put that down and gain 4 ducats. So I'll put that 1 back, take a 5. That wasn't good though. Yeah, this money's now starting to show a little. Yeah, and Austria, I've got 1. They've got a town adjacent to that node. They move their merchant then, don't they? I don't think it matters. They can move their merchant wherever anyway. He doesn't go down on his side either. I think that's right. Bot trade. A bot is not required to have a merchant present in a node in order to collect passive trade income for it, but will move its merchant to that trade node once it collects trade income. Yeah. So it gets 2 bot power for that. Denmark does not have anybody adjacent to that. No. No, it does not. So Austria gain 2 bot power. Back up to 5. And then that's a card done. So that's our action done. Yeah, that wasn't the best. Right. Yeah, and here's me kind of wanting Austria to take the event so that I can then decide what I'm going to do. I can't do the subjugate now that we know that. I mean, I've got military power, but 5 military power. Could we consider another idea? I looked at these already though, I think. I know you're not seeing this, but you fight a land battle at the end of step 1 of the battle sequence, remove 1 of your enemy's battle dice from the battle. Instant effect, gain 1 loan. Yeah. Okay, yeah, another one is kind of weird though, but no, I don't think I want to do that. So, well, it's not our turn to go, it's Austria. Right, so they're in amongst it all. So let's see what they're going to do. So their army is on the map this time. I mean, they've got ball power left, so it's not going to skip by the first one. They're not under attack. No. Their army's on the map board and can siege in the same area, so they're going to go to siege. Siege actions down the bottom here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So siege hostile provinces are up to 3 tax value, but ignores siege strength. Spend 1 per tax value sieged. And then it tells you if it only has 1. Well, it's got 5 bot power, so it's going to spend 3 bot power. No, 4. Oh no, it can do up to 3. So it's going to spend 3 bot power. Hang on, siege hostile provinces of up to 3 tax value. Yeah, so it's got 4 small towns in that area, so it can siege 3 of them. It's going to prefer own core provinces occupied by enemy. There's none of that. Then opponents' towns / vassals, then NPRs. Yeah, well, it's just going for the 3. My guess is we're just going to look at them alphabetically here. And then, well, I'll come back to that bit actually. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I brought my army back to have a fight to stop this from happening, but Denmark didn't do this, so I don't know. Is it a bot thing? Is it one of the things that the bots maybe just... Yeah, I don't know. Right, well, it's going to spend 3 bot power though. Thing is, it's still going to have 1 left. We're running out of space here. That was 1, 2, 3. It's only got 2 bot power left now. And then it's going to siege 3 of these towns. And siege just means... what does that mean? Well, they're going to unrest. Are we... Right, hang on. Let me get this right. Right, so main rules. To initiate a siege, a land activation must be taken for the siege option. Which, yeah, this is a bot, right? So we just assume it does it differently. Sieging is required to occupy and gain control of enemy provinces. Perform the following steps in order once you have paid the action cost of 1 military power. Well, they paid 1 bot power, but they're adding another 2 bot power. They don't deal with siege strength, so it's a bit different. Pick an area with 1+ enemy control provinces, but no enemy units where you have 1+ land units, right? Calculate the total siege strength. Well, again, this is different. They can do up to 3, so they can target up to 3 of them. And then we would pay additional... Like, if I was doing it right now, I'd pay 3 military power and do 3 of them. However, I suppose if I was doing it, I would spend 4 military power and do all 4 of them, wouldn't I? Because we're not restricted to doing 3, so there's obviously some kind of balance here. The enemy provinces you wish to siege must have a total tax value equal to or lower than your siege strength. Again, the bot ignores siege strength. It would matter to us. We would need to have an army of 4 infantry units or 2 artillery units covers it, or it would need to be 8 cavalry units, wouldn't it? Because they only give you a half. The enemy provinces you wish to siege must have I've just read that. If you wish to siege an island province, you need to have a 1+ ships. That's not the case. See, that one would be. So, resolve the effects. Right, when sieging a rebel occupied when sieging a hostile player realms province, place your own town with the unrest side facing up on top of their town. That player must then cover up a corresponding slot in the town track or vassal track of the player map with a cube, signify that this province provides no tax income. Yeah, so that's actually what they do. Okay, so he's going to place 3. We're going to get 3 Austrian towns. I'm a little unsure about that. I do feel not quite fully comfortable about this. So this one's a VO S, H. So we're going to leave the V out and we're going to do the other three. So I'm going to pick the next three towns in order, Austrian. And they're all going to go Unrest side on top of these. Now this is a bit that you don't need to put occupy markers because it's clear that what's underneath, where if it's in a non-player realm, it's different. I think that's right. Anyway. Right, there you go. So now this puts Denmark in. No, it's still in a different. It's still in the same defend. So I mean, it's. Oh dear. The army's not deployed, and it's not going to deploy. We must be doing something wrong, yeah. Right, well, let's finish Austria here. So it's done that, spent the ball power. Now, is it at war? Well, it is still. Or has towns with unrest or rebel towns on them in this area? Yeah, it's got towns with unrest in there. Yeah, because it just put them on. So it's going to end the turn. It's going to keep the army there, clearly. Because if that wasn't the case, it would remove the army from the map. So it's just going to end the turn and keep the army there. Okay. Right, well, let's see what Denmark are going to do now then. I mean, I think they're still in the same sort of position. I mean, what's the point in them trying to do the spy action and mess with Austria while Austria's up there bashing, taking over Jutland? Yeah, I feel like I've missed something. So for Denmark, they've only got 3 cubes left, 3 import power left. Austria's only got 2. So Denmark that's still no. They are under attack. So they're going to go to defend and spend the ball power. I mean, come on. I mean, surely this is wrong. Surely they should be doing something more. Should be taking their chances. I mean, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. They've got 7 against 12, so it is a tough fight, but yeah, mate, Grant, you know what? See, when it comes down to the end of the piece and all that, you've not played the game before, so I think things maybe just go this way, and this is how it goes. You've not had experience with it, so again, I'd like to continue watching Bridger stuff. I've been going through it slowly and re-watching some of it as well, just to try and keep myself there. But maybe it's another time to watch a little bit more of that. Because, I mean, I'm up to part 7 or 8. I think he's only got 12 parts, because he gets one round done in one sitting. And only the videos are down to about an hour, so it's like an hour video, and he's done one round. And obviously there's only 4 rounds per age, and then 3 ages, so that's 3 4s or 12. So yeah, it's only 12 videos. I think I'm up to 7 or 8. So okay, well let's look. No, hang on. Did I spend the bot power? I don't think I did. It was meant to spend the bot power, wasn't it? Go to defend, spend 1 bot power. Well, let's do it. Let's just do it. Because it looks like it's what it should be doing. It should be defending, but it was a kind of weak defence, if you ask me. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's how it's done. So any areas with invaders? Yes, there is. This time he's also got towns that have got, his provinces have got unrest, but is under attack by enemies or rebels. Yeah. A bot is considered under attack if enemy units or rebels are present in any area with bot's towns, or if enemies or rebels occupy any of bot's towns. Yeah, there's 2. We've got the Austrian armies in there, and they're also occupying now their towns. Right. So Yes, and then I forgot that invaders bit. Look, it's down there. It's not got a wee note to it, but just this description. Invaders equals hostile units in areas with bots towns. Okay, it's maybe common sense, but all the other things have got wee numbers attached to them, but that's not. And the fact is in it's capital letters, and invaders. I think it should have pointed you to the note, but maybe I'm being picky. So yes, has 2 plus bot power left, just, yes, only 2. An army in an area where it concedes provinces. No. Its army's not on the map. No. Army is greater than or equal to 2 times any invading force. No. Right, hang on here though. No, it's not. The invading force is still got a strength of 12. I was wondering if you can consider the fact that these 3 towns now are, a different kind of force. No. Okay, let's just cycle through it. Right, well, on pause there for a little bit. We were still counting it as defend action for Denmark, weren't we? So any areas with invade... No, hang on. Did you not move on a bit from there? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, army is greater than or equal to 2 times any invading force. Well, no, it's not. Has it got 2 bot power left? Yes. And more manpower? No, it's not. Army is greater than or equal to any invading force? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think the fact that these individual towns. No. I don't know. I'm starting. I think that's a weird thought to think that these are individual. No, I don't think so, Grab. I'm starting to feel the urge to go and maybe ask questions here though. Army deployed in an area where it concedes provinces. Well, it's not deployed, no. If army is less than 3 units, increase it to 3 units. It's not. It's got the full army capacity now of 7, isn't it? Any area with bots towns... hold on. Any area with bots towns that are occupied, yes, and no invaders, no. Because it's got... The army's still there, clearly. So the note takes us to this die roll again, which a 1 or a 2 on this dice is going to place the army in the area with the smallest invading force, check for Mac, and then it's going to have a land battle. However, that's only on a die roll 1 to 2. If it's, to be honest, if it's a 3, 4, 5, or 6, it's going to spy. Because any area with enemy town where army would not trigger a battle which is adjacent by land or connected via naval bridge to Bort's realm. I suppose that if the army moves away and leaves its towns, then... So, I think we're going to roll dice here again. Yeah, I do feel not comfortable about how this is all going. But anyway, D6. So a one or a 2 could see something different here, but right, roll the 5 again. So that has 2 plus bot power left. Yes, just, and then it's the one, any area with enemy towns where army would not trigger a battle, which is adjacent by land or connected via naval bridge to the bot's realm. No, there's not. Even if it is considering myself, it would trigger a battle because it move in beside my army. That's only, and yeah, it can't. It's not adjacent to any Austria's towns. So that's no, and it takes it back to spy again. So, and then spy as at war with any opponent. Yes, select such opponent. Well, again, it's going to be Austria again. Opponent has 3+ unrest. Well, now, no, it's only got 2. Because it managed to get 1 away. So that's a no. So its covert action is going to add 2 unrest to opponent's towns and then end the turn. Okay. Right. See, yeah, that's... right, I don't know how to deal with this then. Because, is this not Denmark's choice? And surely it picks large towns? No, it's not saying that. Hang on, sorry. Right, sorry about that. Phone call, as you heard, I'm sure. So, where was I? We were spying, yeah? Yeah, and I was like, So add 2 unrest to opponents' towns. Well, see, when you, in the main rules, to add unrest, is it not you that does it? It just says, look, you need to add 2 unrest. Or is it the opponent? Wait, if you were playing a multiplayer game right now, right, and I was Denmark, and I would say, right, I'm wanting to put that in unrest and that in unrest. Is that how it works? Or if we're playing a multiplayer game right now, I say to you as the Austrian player, I says you have to put 2 of your towns into unrest. Up to now, I felt like it was that second one, as you have to gain. See, it doesn't say gain. I think that's what's putting me off. It says add. Whereas if it said gain, if it says, you know, opponents gain 2 unrest, then it would be his choice. Where this is add 2 unrest. Maybe a question to ask as well. Oh, hang on. That's general event rules. Does it say anything about the word add or gain? I mean, I think there are different sort of ways of looking at things. When given the option to select a province, area or sea zone, well, this is selecting provinces here to gain unrest. When given the option to select a province to add unrest, but then is this an option? Is this an option? Where's that spy action? Add 2 unrest to opponent's towns. I don't know. My gut feeling is it's still the Austrian player's choice, but well, how about looking at hang on. Do we have a spy action? No, we don't have a spy action, do we? But is there not a card that lets you do nonsense like that? What is it again? Oh, we just... Spy network. There it is there. That's the one we've got our leader. Is it... Enables these covert actions. Target opponent must roll rebel dice. Yeah, I suppose that's similar, isn't it? Yeah, there it's there. So, the last time that Denmark played the defence action, they ended up doing the spy action. And then because Austria had 3 unrest, it got them to roll rebel dice. So the next one is add 2 unrest to target opponent's towns. See, that's the same one. Add. That's not like saying that the player gains, that Austria gain 2. Gain 2 would mean they choose. Add 2 surely means that the bot gets to choose. And then that means that the bot surely chooses to do it in a way that's going to be more harmful. I suppose we look at province area and season selection, but when applying an effect that directly hurts the boat, or benefits the opponent, you would prioritise it in the lowest possible tax value. Yeah, clearly, if it's Austria, they don't want to pick the big towns. They just pick the small towns. But I think it's maybe. I'm not really seeing in here that. Is it just common sense? That's what I mean. It does kind of feel like a more common sense one, that you switch it about. You now go for the big towns instead of the small towns, because you're doing it the other way about, aren't you? There's nothing there to say that is all. That's the problem. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have a quick question on the Discord. Seems like a kind of daft one, but the spy action says add 2 unrest to opponent's towns. Does the bot get to choose that? Just the same as a spy network card, would the player that's doing it get to choose it? Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I've posted my latest daft question of the day, just asking that. I guess it's kind of good to know, because also from the multiplayer point of view, yeah, I need to know. I need to know if it's. I get the feeling that add and gain are 2 different things, but I could be wrong. It might just be that no, Austria just decided for themselves. So I'm going to wait for that now. I'm going to have to go, and this might be me for the night, to be honest. I might get back, maybe. Usually when I say that, it doesn't happen, but you never know. So this is Denmark's turn. So we're going to wait for an answer for that, and then, well, when they do that, that's going to be their end of turn anyway, isn't it? And the other thing with this is, I certainly do not feel that comfortable about how Denmark are dealing with this defend situation. So, wonder if I'm missing something. So that would be add 2 unrest to opponent's towns, yeah, and then end the turn. So yeah, once I get an answer, when I come back, I've got an answer already. How quick was that? That was less than a minute, I think. Okay, so I think my question was valid. Well, the first part of it was, if I hadn't added the second part. So my question was who decides what takes. It turns out it is the bot carrying out the action. So I think that's probably the fact that it says add rather than gain. So it is going to be Denmark that decides. But the rest of my question added was yeah, and I'm assuming that if it is that way, that you carry out this procedure but in the opposite direction. Well, and it was Mix that replied, and he says, no, you do carry it out, you use this, but you pick the larger provinces because you're hurting an opponent. When applying an effect that directly hurts the bot, it'll be that one. When applying an effect that directly benefits the bot or hurts an opponent, so that's what they're doing. They're applying an effect that hurts an opponent. You prioritise provinces areas the highest possible tax value before alphabetical priority. It's all there, and I wasn't looking at it like that. I was thinking that it was only set one way. What a divvy. So thanks for that, Mix, and apologies for being stupid. Right, so let's just quickly flip these over then. Yeah, so, well, technically what is it? Capital isn't in the priority, so it's going to pick 2. It was only 2, wasn't it? I think it was only 2. Yeah, add 2 unrest to opponent's towns. So it's going to pick them in alphabetical order. So I don't think it's got any preference to the capital. So it's going to pick Carrington and Lienz and flip these over. and that's that. So good to know. Yeah, it felt like that's the way it should be, and you just needed to read that a bit more carefully, Grant, as you're prone to do. Just like, yeah, they must get a laugh at some of these things. I suppose you must. When you're seeing these questions come in, you're so well, versed in the game. You know everything about the game, and you get these daft questions come in. It's great that these guys can actually just sit there and answer them, though. It's just, yeah, you've got to appreciate that, haven't you? Okay, I better get away for now. Might be back later. If not, I'll probably squeeze a bit in tomorrow night. Okay, cheers.